A girl called her mom, panicking. She said, "Mom, my husband, before he left to work, he said he wants some romance. Do you know how can I do that?" Her mom went sat on the other side of the line and she said, "Sweetheart, I have no idea. But just in case, defrost the chicken from the freezer in case you need it for the ingredients." Today we'll be talking about romance. Not Romeo and Juliet romance, not Shakespearean love, not something from a novel, but life romance. How to romanticize your life. Let's find out. Hello, beautiful people. I am Diana, and this is Diana Show. I'll be talking to you about a variety of subjects, different things, but the goal will always be is to make our life better, nicer, and happier, more beautiful for us and everybody around us. I'll learn from you, and you'll learn from me. And I hope I live up to your expectation. Let's go. Today we're going to be talking about romance that does not require you to defrost any chicken from the freezer unless you're making dinner, romantic dinner. You maybe have to. But it's not that. And it's not about Romeo and Juliet. And it's not the romance between the couples. It's their life romance. But before we dive in, let's first of all identify what is romance. Romance between the couples is a feeling associated with excitement and joy in association of love. But life romance, meaning is to add a beauty and joy and a gratitude to the mundane in your life, to make your life more enjoyable, more excited, and more worthy of living. And why would we do that? Not a question to ask. What have we been talking about for the past God knows how many episodes? The goal is to make our life is better and more beautiful. And the main thing is to create a life that you don't need a vacation from. I'm going to give you a few examples. That does not require much. It does not require big boxes. It does not require you to travel to very romantic destinations. Everything is within reach and everything is very, very easily done. Basically, there's two main things you have to do. First of all, you have to have a routine. But here, in romanticizing your life, we do not call it routine. We call it rituals. Now you have rituals. Rituals in getting dressed, rituals in eating, ritual in the morning, rituals at night. That's the first step. So you have the rituals. Second one is to add romance to it. Perfect. How can we do that? Is by being mindful, being present in the moment of you doing that thing. How can you be present? By activating your five senses. Your sense of smell, your sense of hearing, your sense of taste, your sense of touch, and your sense of hearing. These are your five senses. You activate these five senses, you become more present. Examples. How can we do that? As a starter, you can just slow down. Take it easy. We're always in a rush. We're always trying to get somewhere. If you have to get up in the morning and you have to get to your work and you're rushing and you're always late, just wake up an extra half an hour earlier. Take your time. Slow down. You're going to put your nervous system in such a state where it's not going to feel like it has to fight or flight. It lowers your cortisol. Take your time. Make time for the thing. Don't always rush. Stop and smell the roses, as they say. Another thing you can do is you can create a romantic, clean, enjoyable environment around you. And that doesn't cost you much. You just need a clean place. Your house has to be clean and decluttered. Clean and decluttered places are more romantic. During Corona, I went to my dad's house and my brother was working from home because everybody was working remotely at that time. My brother is an aeronautical engineer and usually his work involved, creating the maintenance program for the planes. Nothing romantic about this. I walked in, my brother's sitting in the living room working on his laptop, and he's sitting by the living room window. And the living room window has such a beautiful view at it. They're still living on the second floor, and you can see beautiful trees, colors, birds. It's such a beautiful thing. Also, he had a water fountain running. He had a very soft music playing in the background. He had his salt lamp on. I'm like, damn, boy. I didn't see that side of you. He was romanticizing his job. His unflattering, boring, heavy job. He's doing it anyway. Might as well enjoy it. So you can do that easily. But just even putting some music. Music is a big factor of creating romance. I have a list on YouTube as my private list It's called Flirt with Life. Basically, in this list, I have some French jazz music, some Italian old melodies. I've never been to France, I've never been to Italy. But listening to this music just put me in such a beautiful romance mood. I enjoy it so much. So I created this list. Basically, every time I listen to it, it takes me to a beautiful place. I put it on actually when I'm cleaning the house because I had to clean my house because you need a clean house to create romance. So today I was cleaning and I had this music running in the background. And it was so enjoyable. I felt myself running on south of France, enjoying the beautiful greeneries as I am vacuuming and mopping my hallway and my kitchen. It was such a romantic experience. If anybody wants actually this list, please comment below and I will send you the link for it. I'm not gatekeeping anything and it's such a beautiful sense and I always update it. I try to create an experience of the mundane things, of the things that can be silly. I like to go grocery shopping, not because I like to go grocery shopping, but because when I am shopping, I'm activating my sense of touch and my sense of smell and my sense of sight. Especially when it comes to the fruit, I have to touch everything and I have to smell it. It has to have smell, the right smell, of course. And that's how I know it's actually good fruit or good vegetables. It should have the smell. But I make it so, like I'm walking around right now, holding my basket and I'm grabbing that thing. Delicious, smells so good. I'm taking that. Such a romantic experience, just why grocery shopping. Another thing you can do is notice the small details. One of the things I like to do is to go out for a walk. When you are out walking, if you can listen to music, you can listen to podcasts, listen to whatever you want to. As we said, music plays a big part in creating romance in our lives. I like to do one thing. I bought this like counter clicker and I have it in my hand. And because I'm a big fan of a gratitude, thank you God for this beautiful day. Thank you for the sunshine. Thank you for the sound of the birds. Thank you for this colorful trees. Thank you for my legs that allows me to walk. Thank you that I'm living in such an area that has such a beautiful sights and such beautiful scenes. Thank you for the breeze that goes through my face and my hair. It's such a beautiful experience. Just a mundane walk. I got fitness done, counted my steps, practiced gratitude, which we had mentioned before, how beneficial it is and how important it is to your well-being. Well, I'm just walking. 20 minutes, didn't take much. I come back from this walk totally refreshed, totally appreciative of life, and had such a great sense of a gratitude to everything I have. Therefore, when you notice the small details, you're being so mindful of it and you have such a great appreciation to it. Don't take anything for granted. The life that you have, many would wish and die for. So appreciate the small details in it. Treat where you live and your area as a tourist. Look at it with fresh eyes. In 2023, I went to my hometown, Jordan, and I lived there like for 19 years of my life. I used to go, we used to go to a lot of places, go to streets, eat the food and all the stuff. And I missed all these things, so I didn't have it here. And I insisted to go and walk through these places, through these streets and eat this food. And I enjoyed it so much. It had such a different taste. When you live in the same place, it's very easy to take these things for granted. I was so mindful. I was so mindful of the people that's selling their stuff on the street. I was mindful of the food that I ate. I was mindful of the smell of the street, and it was such a great nostalgia. Where you live, and this happens a lot, as locals, we don't enjoy what we have around us. You know, in New York here, a lot of New Yorkers has never been to Freedom Island or never been to the Empire State Building or never been to Central Park. Although these places are like attraction and really mark the city, but they've never been to it. You take it for granted. Or waiting to spend money going to Europe or going to visit this country or going to enjoy this beach. Well, everything you need is around you and for $0. You don't have to spend any money in there. Everything is around you. You just have to see it with fresh eyes. If you go through Google or ChatGPT and ask for the beautiful attraction, things around you, within your area, within your zip code, it's very easy to find it. I started doing that like 5 years ago. And oh my God, I discovered such a beautiful parks in Long Island that I've never seen. Such a beautiful scenery, a beautiful lakes. And I love nature. I love nature and I love to go hiking. I've seen things I never knew that existed. Why? Because you live, you work, you don't pay attention to stuff. So you don't pay attention to the small details. Create rituals. When I was in Estonia, I remember the first week I was miserable. It was cloudy, it was rainy, it was cold, it was July. I was still new, I didn't know anybody. And it was kind of like really depressing. The second week when the sun came out, I remember I was so happy about it. Oh my God, the sun is here. I'm going to enjoy myself. And I went to the flower market and bought myself some flowers. And I felt like I was coming out of a movie. You know, I'm taking pictures of myself and the flowers. Smells so good, smells so amazing. I'm like, why don't I do that back at home? When I do my grocery shopping, I can easily pick a bouquet of flowers. There are plenty of them around here. I start doing that. Now every 2 weeks, I buy myself flowers. As soon as you walk through my house, there's like a hallway, and at the end of the hallway, there's this vase that usually I have flowers in there. If I don't have the flowers, I have my plant. I walk through that door and I romanticize the experience, opening my door, seeing this vase of beautiful flowers waiting for me when I come back home. You can add these little things. Sense of smell. We all appreciated that sense of smell during Corona, when a lot of us actually lost it or get affected by big time, especially person like me who had such a very, very strong sense of smell, and it's been like 5 years since that bad experience has not been 100% like it used to be. It's much better than it used to be, but it's not like it used to be before. I like to light up some candles. I have some candles here. When I come back from work, before I even, undress and get ready for bed or any of this stuff, I light up some candles, or I light up some essence that I enjoy. I put some relaxing music. I go wash up, do my skincare, or if I shower, whatever, do some yoga, stretching. I romanticize my night routine. In the morning, I romanticize drinking my coffee. Smell the coffee, taste the coffee, feel of that joy and that jar of caffeine that you get through your system at that moment. In my culture, usually we listen to Fairuz, and Fairuz is a ritual in the morning. You should have it with breakfast, you should have it with your coffee. It's a must. That's how we do it. I have a friend of mine, before she was married, before she would go to bed, she was not working. She was just living with her parents at that time. She had finished college. Before she goes to bed, she has to do her skin routine, put some perfume, dress up in silk pajama. And she would do this whole ritual before she go to bed. Her mom used to make fun of her. I was like, why getting all dressed up and all this perfume and all these things you don't forget? But it's romanticizing my life. Your life is beautiful. If you want it to be beautiful, create a life that you don't need a vacation from, and you don't have actually to travel far to do that. Everything is within reach by just being mindful, by just being appreciative and grateful to the small details, to the mundane. Some people would die to have the life that you have. Don't take it for granted. Inject joy and pleasure in your everyday mundane moments. Your routine makes it a ritual. And make these rituals fun and romantic. That's what it means to romanticize your life. And of course, if you go to ChatGPT and Google, there's zillions of ideas on how to romanticize your life, how to make it more enjoyable and more joyful. And life that's joyful and enjoyable is a life worth living. Don't live every single day the same and call it life. I hope your life is full of romance, joy, and love, and everything beautiful, and everything that's worth to be grateful for. I'm sure it is. If anybody would like an access to my flirt with life YouTube list, please comment below and I'll send you the link. It's so much fun. And have a party on your own with the music and candles. And until next time, please share, subscribe, and comment below if something caught your attention. I'd love to hear from you. And I'd say see you next time. Mwah.